Hey everybody, it's Shannon from Pish Posh Reselling. I have some things I found at the thrift store that I just wanted to share with you real quick. I'm filming this the same day that I filmed the what sold, so I'm not sure exactly what day you're going to be seeing this. I also will be having another follow-up to the Ruby Lane video that I did recently, so that should be coming out Thursday, or possibly has already come out, depending on when I decide to launch this video. So anyway, feel free to hit the subscribe button or hit the like button if you like the content. Going forward, I'll continue to have what sold videos that come out every Tuesday. I'll have more information about Ruby Lane and selling on Ruby Lane. And then here and there, I'll have some of my thrift hauls, and then just a lot of basic research and information about vintage items, which is really what I like to sell the most. So if that's the kind of content you're looking for, like I said, feel free to hit the subscribe. Today's haul comes from a Goodwill. I've told you in the past that I'm not driving in the snow very much this winter because we failed to get snow tires in time, and we may still do that. We just haven't had the time to look into it. The roads get plowed really well here in Montana, but my little road does not. And so the minivan I am currently driving probably would not even get out of our road. So I've just been home when it's snowing. And this year it has been snowing very consistently. So we've had snow on the ground since like the first week of November, and it hasn't melted ever in between or anything. And we've got a couple more inches last night, and we'll have some more this week, I'm sure. So it does keep me home from the thrift store, which is helping me catch up on my listing. But my husband on Saturday said, you know what, you don't look so good. Isn't he nice? You don't look so good. You need to go to a thrift store. I think you're going through withdrawals. And so he took me out. We had to go to get groceries. And so then he took me to a thrift store as well. So I went to Goodwill. So some of the stuff, he came in with the boys too. And so some of the things I'm going to show you, he found. And then some of the things I found. And we were both in the men's at the same time, which made me feel good because I always feel like I have certain sections of the men's clothes that I like to hit. And when there's other people shopping, I'm always feeling like I'm going to miss out on something. So he went over to coats and he handled coats, and I was looking at shirts and sweaters and things like that. So it was nice to have two sets of eyes at once, you know, at the thrift store. So let's just go ahead and start. First up, he brought over to me a puffer vest, nice big red puffer vest. And this is by Land's End, and it's an extra large, and it's goose down. So like we've said before, this is just kind of a no-brainer for this time of year. A good brand, it's in really good condition. Goose down seems to do really well. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, I found this shirt, and I think I've either put up some footage before or after, or like right here, right now, of finding this shirt. And I recognize the brand from shopping personally at REI, and I looked it up. Okay, so the brand is Rapha, R-A-P-H-A, and it's a cycling company. And it's like a long sleeve polo, right? But it's 100%, what does it say? Merino wool? Yeah, it's 100% merino wool. Cycling, long sleeve polo. It's got like on the back, it's got this little pocket, just not the typical huge cycling jersey pocket, but just a small one, like for your phone. Anyway, really nice quality, you can tell. And then that sticker is the material content, and it says remove before use. So I'm thinking this never got worn. So it doesn't have its original tags, but it's in really good shape. So I think we could probably get about $40 for that. So that's exciting. So I'll try to, with the finds, I'll try to put comps up of things that I've researched a little bit and see if we can kind of get an idea of what kind of profit we can make on this. Okay, this, I think, so there's a few things mixed in that are for personal use, and I think this is one, unless my husband decides he doesn't want it. I had asked him if he wanted just a long sleeve Carhartt t-shirt. It's got a big Carhartt graphic. It's pretty heavy duty, so like a work shirt. So if he doesn't end up wearing that, we'll probably just go ahead and list it, but we'll see. We'll see if he wants that. He said he did at the store. This was for my son. I got the okay from him on this as well because he was with me. So just a sweater, an Old Navy sweater, but I really like that mustard color. And he did too. Again, something for my son. He was with me. It's just Grizzly Mountain. It, you know, not a brand I would pick up for resale, but it was new with tags. And wherever they were selling it, like at Murdoch's or Cabela's or someplace like that, it was only $10 on sale, originally $50. So it's like a fishing shirt. It's the type of shirt my son likes to wear, outdoors type clothing. So I got the approval on that one as well. So that's for my son. And then one of the first things I found when I was there was this V-neck sweater. And it's Polo Ralph Lauren. And one thing nice about it is that it's 100% lamb's wool. And the only thing I can see wrong with it so far is it's just pilly. So it needs to be sweater shaven and then just listed pretty quickly. Okay. This is another jacket my husband brought over to me. It's vintage, LL Bean. You can see the vintage, the older style label, and this paper kind of tag usually means vintage. And it is, let me see, made in the USA. So definitely vintage. It's just like a windbreaker material. And then it has a corduroy collar. So we didn't look up comps or anything on this one at the store. It's a medium. It's just kind of got a nice basic look to it. So we decided to go ahead and do that. It's not reversible. I thought it was reversible at first, but it's not. It's just this nice navy blue color. So we'll see. Hopefully can find some comps and I'll put those up on the screen for you. Okay, this I picked up for Depop. This is a nice little patchwork little purse. It kind of goes under the arm, so very Y2K, 90s Y2K patchwork. And then the brand is Fossil, which is pretty good. The inside is like super clean. So I looked those up. It's got some wear, it's got some issues. You know, it doesn't look brand new, but overall, it's in pretty good condition, and so I'll throw that. I mean, it'll go on Poshmark, it'll go on Depop, possibly eBay as well. I'll just put it everywhere, but I had the Depop crowd in mind when I was sourcing. But yeah, it could easily sell on Poshmark first. So we'll see. I paid $6 for that. Okay, in the purses, I also found, now this is vintage, so this is for Ruby Lane, but it's this, are you ready for this? This amazing psychedelic mod. I'm thinking it's like a makeup case. Haven't researched anything about it. Not yet, so whatever, you know, should be in there, probably a mirror, some kind of brush thing, and then there's room in here. There is a tag, so it's Celebrity from New York, New York. And if memory serves, Celebrity is like a vanity type company. Anyway, I'll see if I can find some comps to put up on the screen, but it's so Poochie-esque and Peter Max and all that kind of era thing. So anyway, I love that. So we'll see what we can do with that. I totally forgot about it. I haven't researched it at all. Okay, that one, I did find some good vintage things. Oh, so anyway, let's move on to this bag because the other thing I want to show you, I'll show you last. Okay, so this, my husband picked up. Just a hat. You know us and our snapbacks and our, you know, strapbacks and all those different baseball cap type things. He just saw it was a good condition. The brand is fan favorite. It's not a vintage one, but just in good shape for the Miami Dolphins. So he picked that one up. And then he also picked up, we looked this up. The brand is Robin Ruth. And they don't do a whole lot of, they do some like really winter looking hats like this, but they also do a bunch of baseball caps, but it's all looks like souvenir and location based. So this one says Alaska. It's got the big pom-pom. And so, yeah, it's just a really good time of year to throw that up there. We like those easy kind of accessory type listings and sales. I found this skirt that I decided to go ahead and get. It's kind of a Y2K style, but it's denim and it's super long. It's like a maxi skirt, but it has like a mermaid flare type to it. So I thought that was pretty cool, and the size was pretty good. Let's see, 14, size 14, and the brand is just Genealogy. But I saw some comps for this brand for some of these longer kind of flared skirts for like 30, 35. So we'll see if that's what we can do. Like I said, I look at comps on eBay, but a lot of times these sales will end up, things will end up selling on Depop or Poshmark. And so the prices might vary a little bit. I did find a couple pairs of shorts. These are Nike ACGs. And it seems to have a following. ACG has a bit of a following. It's a little bit older, kind of Y2K, but kind of cargo looking. And here's like the little logo, ACG. So I didn't stop to look that one up. I just went ahead and grabbed it. And again, that might not get listed until January or after. And then again, another pair of shorts. These are board shorts. They're O'Neill, but they're new with tags. So I decided to just go ahead and do that. Shorts are a little bit cheaper at the moment at the thrift store at Goodwill because they're not in season. So it's a good time to always look through there. So this one was funny. This was another big winter coat that my husband brought over to me. And I just took a look at the style and I said, oh yeah, for sure. So buffalo plaid. Definitely very desirable. And then it's reversible. So it's reversible to a blaze orange. So hunting, definitely a hunting coat. And he brought it over and I said, oh yeah, it's vintage. You know, it's vintage. It's got the metal zipper and all that. And so we were like, yeah, sure. So we just threw it in the cart. I've got hair in my mouth. Ugh. So anyway, we got home and we're like, oh, we should look at that, you know, because there's a couple stains on it. And we were like, let's figure out how to do that. Like we might be able to just do a baby wipe on the worst parts. You know, the rest is, it's a hunting. It got worn. It's, you know, it's got age to it. So we're not going to go crazy trying to clean it. But anyway, my husband's like, you know what, is there a brand? Because he didn't look for a tag. And we're like, because it's reversible, the tags are usually in the pockets. And so I checked a couple pockets. Oh, yeah, I found it right away this time. So anyway, it took me a few pockets to find it. But I got a big smile on my face because I knew it would sell just as a vintage jacket for what it was. Buffalo plaid, reversible, hunting, blaze orange, all that. But always nice to have a good brand to go with it. So Let me see if I can get the pocket out so you can see the brand. It is Woolrich, and it's an older tag, so obviously. So that's exciting. So Woolrich, size large. It's got the wool mark, and it was made in the USA. So very exciting to see that. Makes things a lot simpler. So we'll try to get that cleaned up. This should be, I saw some comps, this should be about a $50 to $60 sale. Because I don't see any other big issues with it, just some of that mark. It just looks like mud, so I have a feeling it'll just come right off. So the other exciting coat, I'll just go ahead and show it to you now. So here's some footage of me finding the coat, and look at the label. The label is so awesome. Actually, the label's probably on the thumbnail. I think that's what I was thinking I would do. And I just love vintage labels, don't you? But anyway, here's the coat in the flesh. It is a 1950s. Haven't done a whole lot of research. I'm assuming it's 50s. 60s, somewhere in there, mid-century, but duffel coats were so popular in the 50s. I'm thinking, based on a few quick listings I looked at, that is correct. But it's a duffel coat. It's like an army green. The major issues with it is just lint and dust and, you know, hair, stuff like that I just need to get rid of. But here is the tag. A little bit closer. It is the original Duffer. I just love this tag. I would like take a picture and frame it. The original Duffer. Isn't that exciting? So it says made of genuine Duffer cloth, stands up in any weather. And then the name and the trademark were registered. So I don't know what size it is. Doesn't have a size tag. So it's just gonna have to go by measurements. But I just think it's awesome. So as far as comps, okay, someone on a private website sold one for like $150. Someone's got one listed right now on eBay for $300 or best offer. I haven't gone into Worth Point. I'll see if there's any Worth Point results, I'll show you up here. But that was super exciting. I really like that. Okay, last thing I found, still not sure whether I'm keeping or selling, but I'm probably selling it, is this blanket. Now, I know these blankets are everywhere, but I have two on my couch. One's gray, one's red. I found one at Waldrug, South Dakota, right? Yeah, Waldrug, South Dakota. You can Google that. It's a big tourist trap type place. I bought one there, and then I bought one like off Poshmark from somebody. But they're super soft. They're Mexican blankets. This one has a tag. It's got this one actually has a tag, and it's made in Mexico. And I just thought the colors were really cool. So it's pink and green, and the blanket was only $6. So I don't know. I might sell it. I might throw it on my couch. It's cold. My window is kind of drafty, so we're always wrapped up in blankets on the couch. So I don't know. I'll think about that one. Anyway, so that was the finds I had. Let me know in the comments below if you had a favorite, if you had any questions about some of the things that I found, what we're planning to do, how we're planning to list it or where, or anything like that. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we will talk to you soon.